Hey, I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and I just boarded the Norwegian Jade. Yes, you guys, it was kind of an adventure getting here this morning. We woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, took a taxi from home to the airport in Hamburg, flew from Hamburg to Brussels, flew from Brussels to London Heathrow, and that's where it got kind of complicated because we had booked a bus transfer from Heathrow here to Southampton where we boarded the ship. And because the line at customs and immigration was gigantic, it took over an hour. It was like waiting in the standby line for Splash Mountain at Disney World. But anyways, it caused us to miss our bus. And I had booked a non-refundable ticket, so that money is gone. And I just decided, you know what, let's take an Uber. So we took an Uber, which cost it cost the same as it would have cost to then get in the train. And in the train, we would have had to transfer at least once. And I just thought, you know what, no, I'm trying to do this with as little stress and as little money as possible. So that kind of went wrong. But the stress part worked out well because with an Uber, we just got in the Uber and they drove us right to the ship here. We got checked in as VIPs, which means they literally walked us past everybody else and right up onto the ship, right to the cabin. So I didn't have a chance to like film anything before we got checked in. But as you saw already, I filmed the whole way up the gangway into the cabin. Or into the ship, and this is our cabin. It's an inside cabin. What I'm going to be talking about a lot in this series of videos is that this is a mini cruise, and I tried to make it as stress-free and as inexpensive as possible. So the cabin tour will be going online, or maybe it's online already. But this is the least expensive cabin I could book on the ship. So just interesting to note. And another interesting thing to note is I already got a present here. This is from, I guess it's from Norwegian Cruise Line. Some chocolate dipped strawberries and some champagne or sparkling wine. I'm not sure which one it is. How do you tell? I think it has to say champagne if it is champagne. Oh, it says sparkling wine on here. But you know, I'm not that bougie. I kicked Marcus out of the cabin so I could do the cabin tour because it's not like he could hide anywhere in here. And so as soon as he comes back, we're going to go get something to eat. As you know, we got this bottle of sparkling wine in the cabin, but it's warm and we want to open it. So I'm going to take it up to one of the bars and try to trade it in for a cold one. Because I tried to get some ice cubes and they said that we couldn't get anything delivered to the room before 6, and it's 20 to 6 now. So room service is closed and there's nobody that could bring us ice, which is kind of confusing. They said if I wanted ice, I should go up to the Garden Cafe. Anyways, let's see if I can just trade it in for a cold one. We could not get a cold bottle, but the guy at the bar gave us some ice. So here is to the cruise. That was quite an explosion. Oopsie doodles. What do we do now? This is something I have only seen on, I think, the Mariner and Navigator, and it is a bridge viewing room. So usually you can't normally look into this part of the ship. And some people wrote to me on, I think on YouTube or on Facebook to say, make sure you go to deck 11 and look for the bridge viewing room. And I just think it's really cool. This is the kind of thing that you usually don't get to see on the ship. So deck 11 up at the front looks very, very Star Trek like. Be sure to stay tuned for a long tour of the ship, as well as a special look at the thermal suite area, which I've never been in on any NCL ship, but we got the chance to tour it this time. And for those of you who religiously watch all my videos, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I have to tell you, I might not be able to do a Sunday sofa time this week because I'm going to go to Oktoberfest. Very spontaneous planning, but that means that I won't be home Sunday. I'll be on the road all day. Fingers crossed, and maybe I'll be able to do something really quickly tomorrow night. Either way, see you next week.